Hi everyone, Bob here. Um, we are reviewing the last batch of books before Free Comic Book Day, but it won't look like that to you because I'll just keep going. Okay. Anyway, I thought about giving my opinion on this crossover as a whole and just reviewing it that way. Um, but it it just you know didn't isn't the case for me because maybe reviewing it as individual issues is better because world's my copy of World's Finest we couldn't find for this review, but I do have it. It was really good. I give it a 3 out of 5, but at the same time, it's the same problem with every other issue in this. Like take this issue for example. Take Justice League number 6, Justice League Unlimited number 6. I felt I had read this before actually reading it. Well, that is good. That is also bad. Because I was so sure I had read this already. I was just going to skip over it. And that's pretty much the problem with this whole entire crossover. The whole Justice League crossover. Well, they kill off Lightwave. I think that was his name. And again, I was so positive they had done it already that, I mean, I don't know. World's Finest Annual was a little better, honestly, because well, it had Plastic Man getting tore up. It had them summoning the Legion of Doom. It had them causing a bunch of time problems, and if you read the solicits that it will cause the Time Masters to somehow dissolve, which appeals to me. I really like in this particular series, and I'll say it again, the Plastic Man is having some serious problems. So it was one of those that the damage was going to get to him regardless. Um, that's not a spoiler. That has almost nothing to do with the book. I don't like that this. I don't like the way they draw Joker, but everything else is fine. Just Joker. Everybody else is fine. Grodd's great. The whole Legion of Doom, great. Yeah. The book itself, I'd give a 3 out of 5, maybe a 4. The other book I'd give maybe also a 3, but lesser, on lesser, closer. this one, the world's finest, closer to a 4 than a 3. So almost a 4. But issue 2 of Justice League Unlimited is comfortably sitting at a 3. So, yeah. The Question, such a shame that they truly is a shame that they ended this series the way they did so soon. I've said it before and I'll say it again. This series had so much potential. So much potential. They stop Cyborg Superman, but the Watchtower blows up anyway, if you're keeping track. It doesn't matter what they do in this book. As cool as it is that she gets the dog, and the Watchtower still blows up. Challengers of the Unknown still go disappearing. But the book itself overall was very good. I wish I knew how Charlie came back, and they do acknowledge the shaman question in this too, because when she's passed out, it shows a bunch of the people in her life. It shows 3 questions, not just 2. Or at least that's how I interpreted it. And the shaman question, they didn't give a separate name to originally, so we don't know what he's called. So until they give him a name, I'm just gonna call him the shaman question. I'd like to see this continue into a series. I really would. But they give you the old Resurrection Man, which is them saying never the end. Yeah, never the end. They don't say where the adventures are going to continue. They just say never the end, and that Renee's adventures will in fact continue. So, yeah. I don't want to spoil too much of this. I just read it. It's really, really good. But I do want to say I like that they didn't kill Cyborg Superman. They didn't have him die in the explosion. They didn't have him die by New God or something. Yeah. I can't believe that those two are going to tie together. But they say it's continuing Justice League, so yeah. I'm with books that aren't DC that I really enjoyed. Excuse me. Terminator, with and without Sal. With Sal, it felt like they were just trying to get to number 6, which is this major issue, actually showing the resistance. Number 5 was kind of lame. It was just them fighting an astronaut fighting a I don't want to embarrass myself, Terminator in space. And it's like, the astronaut cannot stand up to the Terminator. We're at number 6. which right now I'm leaning towards picking it up again. It actually does something I've wanted this series to do since number one. Shows the future resistance and how it's slowly changing, which I think is always a fascinating part of the Terminator experience. I've thought that since Sarah Connor Chronicles. Um, it really, it really was very enjoyable to me, but that's because I've read everything, seen the movies, um, done my homework. But if you're just a casual fan and you read it, you still may consider it confusing, and it may not stick with you afterward. Mom wasn't even sure we read this. I was like, yeah, we read it. I remembered number 6 that much. You know, number 6 was is what Red Knight 5 was to Red Knight thus far. If you watch any of my other independent reviews. Yeah. Really good book though. Better than Justice League? No. Is it built for trade? No. Are they just individual stories? Probably. But I do think they're leading up to something. And that's what keeps me going here. I'll give this one a 2.25. And this one a 4. So, assuming I didn't already do ratings. Which, again, ratings don't matter on this channel. I'd like you to take my suggestions, not the numbers that go along with them. Forgive me, I'm really tired. I hope everyone had a good free comic book day. I've been Bob. This has been The Other World According to Bob. Bob out. Oh yeah, like, comment, subscribe. Keep watching.